Welcome back to Bambi Builds for episode 18. Today we're taking a break from our desert village so we can spend some time in the jungle. This episode's going to be a little bit different. There's going to be a lot of pretty stuff and a lot of time lapses. Now, before we leave the desert entirely, there is a project I'd like to at least get started on. So the first thing I need to do is clear out all of these cherry blossoms. For some reason, I thought this would be my main source of wood, but the cherry trees really don't suit the desert and they are quite annoying to chop down. Plus, I haven't used cherry wood since I built my starter home. So now I am working on a sneaky little pathway to the side of the house. It will wrap around the mountain, and then we're going to set up a little wood chopping forest. Nothing fancy or automatic, just a nice walkway that takes us through different sections of forest. We'll grow azalea trees for the oak logs. Then of course we need spruce wood, the best wood. As for jungle wood, the wood we use the most, well, we've got that covered already. I don't think I need to plant any more jungle trees just yet. Now we have a beautiful pathway. I just love this. What a lovely place to come and chop down trees. And there's plenty of room to continue with different wood types in the future. Oh, I better take care of that. Okay, so that's it for our little side quest. Now we can get back to the jungle. I do want to gather a bunch of items and then store them in the village just so they're a little bit closer to where we're working today. If you're new here, welcome to my home. There's a big storage room downstairs. So I'm going to get organised now and then I'll meet you in the village. So now we have a little storage area all set up in our mason's house. We have a bunch of chests, one for building blocks. I love terracotta and these are the colours I would like to stick to. Moss, of course, and our mossy stone, plus some dirt for landscaping. Jungle wood, of course. My new favourite block is mud. Packed mud, regular mud, I just love it all. And some mud bricks that might make a nice roof. And here are my favourite decorative items. I'm not sure about bamboo because I think we will have a dedicated bamboo section of the jungle later on. And I don't think those yellows are going to fit in with my pinks and purples. So I'll grab some building blocks so we can get started. We are going to build some villager houses. I want to start up this end of the jungle, nice and close to our current village. So I'm thinking here could be a good spot for a pathway. I'll just set up a workstation here and get started. Cute are these colours. I am so happy with this home, and that sunset just makes it look even better. So this is a farmer's house with a little workstation out the back. We have a nice view of the ocean, a full kitchen complete with a sink, an oven and a chimney. We have a small bed and dining space. And we have access to the beach, but I'll create a better pathway once I've decided what to use this beach for. Let me know if you have any ideas, because I got nothing. Around the side here, I did want a hanging lantern, but it's not going to hang from a slab, so that will have to do. I think that's a good start, but now I want to do something about this little creek. It goes along here and out here, and the iron golems keep getting stuck down there. As much as I'd love to just fill it all in with dirt so we have more building space, I think it's nice to work with the landscape we've been given. So first I'm clearing out some trees, then I'll go in with my shovel and remove some grass, expose all the water, connect it up, and this creek runs all the way out into the ocean. I just think it needs a water source down the other end. So now I'm going to fill in the bottom of the creek with dirt just so I don't have iron golems spawning down there, because that's annoying. And this is a good space for a little fountain, and then we just need some greenery. So now I have a clear pathway between all the different areas. And this is our finished garden. So now the only entrance into the village from the jungle is over here. In fact, I did plant some jungle trees to close off the old pathway, so it's a bit more clear where you're supposed to go. And over here we have space for a small house, but I think first I want to build up here. We have a big flat area to work with, and that way this farmer will have a neighbour. Okay, the second house is finished. It has become a bit of a gardener's house. Oh, let me get this. Welcome to the jungle. Oh, and another. So I'm thinking this guy mostly sells saplings. In fact, I will store mine here from now on. It's It's not the prettiest house I've ever built. We have a farmer who has moved in. I like to think he spends his day chopping down trees and growing saplings, and he can sell his potted plants in the shop. And these farmers are mostly living off watermelon. And upstairs we have a little greenhouse where our friend can grow some plants and enjoy the ocean views. Now let's work on a much smaller house. So we have a lot of villagers wandering around, but none of them want to live in this lovely little house. I just don't know why. It's super cute, but they just don't seem to like this bed. So I'm sort of just waiting for nightfall so I can figure out what's going on. And over here we had a surprise visit from a creeper, so we lost a big chunk of the pathway and a bunch of flower pots. Luckily we have plenty of those. Now that our village is expanding, we are going to need some more beds, so we'll pay a visit to our lovely shepherd for some wool. And we'll stick one here for now just so our baby villager is safe, because he won't go and use this bed, so he just wanders around at night. I want a sign that tells you which direction to go. Now we're going to make this super clear. Jungle on the left, desert on the right. Okay, the sun is starting to go down. Let's see what these villagers... Oh. Okay, that was weird. See? He went in there, took one look and said no thanks. Why don't they like this bed? At least they are safe. I'm going to remove these double windows because the villagers think they are doors, and that's quite annoying. Now, what is wrong with this bed? There are 2 blocks of air above it. There's no secret hole for the villagers to be ejected into. Is it the dirt roof? Is that a thing? Wake up. Test this out for me, please. It's looking good. Ooh, success! I don't know if it was the dirt roof, but it's fixed now, and I'm not going to argue. So that's 3 cute houses, all finished. I reckon we have time for one more. I say we fill in this space, and because it's right on the beach, we can make it a home for some fishermen. Okay, time for the final tour. Here we have our gardener who sells saplings. We have our path to the village. We have our cute little farmer's house. We have our teeny tiny little farmer's house. And now we have our fisherman's house. There's room for 2 in here. We have 1 so far. A nice ocean view, of course. We have a little fishing dock down here. And underneath the house we have a sneaky little garden. And I don't really want to know where that goes. So there we go. 4 brand new builds, the beginning of our jungle village, and we will extend it further eventually. But for now, I feel like I've got that out of my system, and next week we can go back to the desert. Let me know what you think of these houses. Which one's your favourite? I think I'd have to go with the pink and purple. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode and maybe you're feeling a little inspired now. My rude villagers and I hope to see you back here next week.